see Pacquiao threw many more punches, but Morales landed many more punches. The second fight, Pacquiao again threw more punches. In that fight, he landed more punches.
Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Manny Pacquiao-Erik Morales fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case of cuts caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
We went back through the record books to try to find which fighters in the history of the sport had 2 trilogies that might match the intensity of what Morales has experienced against Marco Antonio Barrera and now against Manny Pacquiao. Larry, what kind of fighters did we find?
Well, you have to go all the way back to Ali for his trilogies with Norton and Frazier among elite fighters. And before that, you got to go way back to Sugar Ray Robinson, who had 3 trilogy pluses in his career. So it is very, very unusual what Morales has accomplished. He says it's a myth that it has worn him down.
40 years ago, Bob Dylan had a line in a song called Visions of Johanna. The ghost of electricity howls in the bones of her face. Emmanuel, when the ghost of electricity howls in the bones of Erik Morales' face, normally that means he's ready to fight. But you say perhaps he has crashed and burned to make weight too many times.
Yeah, you know, what bothers me a lot is the last fight when he lost to Pacquiao, the way that he went down. He went down to his knees in a manner very much reminiscent of the way that Arturo Gatti did when he fought Bellamir, which was like, I'm tired, I'm done. I've had so many hard fights. And it was not just a one-punch knockout or something that type. And I don't know if he can rebound from that. And, you know, he's made to weight, but I don't know if that's the proper weight for him at this age and time in his career.
Well, we'll see how he fights. He himself says, Manny Pacquiao didn't hurt me with power punches. I simply ran out of gas because I was not properly conditioned for that fight. I was not working with my normal trainer, my father. I was with someone else. I've brought my father back, and this will be the old Erik Morales. That's Erik's case. Astonishing stats in Erik Morales' career. He's had 17 fights against fighters who won title belts. He has gone 8 or more rounds 23 times. Not many fighters have worked harder. Manny Pacquiao, 19 fights since he became a star here in the United States, 15 wins by knockout. The only loss in those 19 fights was the decision loss to Erik Morales the first time around. Pacquiao already has knockout wins over both of the great Mexican featherweights of the era, Morales and Barrera. Now can he match Marco Antonio Barrera's 2 wins out of 3 in a trilogy with Morales? Larry Merchant, while we talk about all the ring wars and the tremendous workload that Erik Morales has had in the ring, for Pacquiao the problem has been outside the ring distractions by the bushel book.
Well, now that you mentioned it, Jim, we learned earlier that Pacquiao's representatives have returned about $500,000 in bonuses and other monies to Golden Boy, which Golden Boy had signed him. So there's going to be a royal battle. The checks were not accepted by Golden Boy. There'll be a royal battle in the court. He brings this stuff with him, but he also comes to the ring like one of those guys who not has a band coming behind him, but is the band.
In fact, he's entering to his own recorded song. Much like Oscar De La Hoya in the United States, Manny Pacquiao is a recording artist in the Philippines. His most recent album sold 50,000 copies in the first week, and the song you just heard was from that particular record. Now let's go to Michael Buffer for official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of Wynn, Las Vegas, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present the grand finale, the third and final chapter in one of the great trilogies in boxing history, sponsored by PokerStars.net and the King of Beers, Budweiser. This bout is dedicated to the memory of a true friend of boxing. He was president of the European Boxing Union and for 30 years, executive vice president of the WBC. Rest in peace, Ruben Martinez. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC International Super Featherweight Championship. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. Tony Alamo, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, World Boxing Council President Jose Suleiman. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout are Guido Cavalieri, Dwayne Ford, and Glenn Trowbridge. And inside the ring, the man in charge of the action at the bell, referee Vic Draculich. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with black, official weight 129 pounds. Professional record, 48 victories, including 34 knockouts with 4 defeats. He is the former super bantamweight world champion, former featherweight world champion, and former super featherweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de la zona norte, Tijuana, Mexico, Erik, el terrible And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with flame, official weight also 129 pounds. His professional record, 42 victories, including 32 knockouts with 3 defeats and 2 draws. From General Santos City, Philippines, former flyweight champion of the world, former super flyweight champion of the world, the reigning and defending WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, Manny Pacquiao.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC International Super Featherweight Title. You received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you. Any punches below this point are going to be called low. Golpes debajo de este punto será llamado bajo. With that said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Obedezca mis comandos y protegerse a sí mismo siempre. Touch on it now. Good luck to both of you. Tóquenlos. Buena suerte.
Hide the women and children, if any of them are still awake.
I don't know about you, Larry, but the kind of women I know love this stuff. Round 1 begins. Will it be a boxing match? Will it be a brawl? Will it be a little of both?
Morales looking like he wants to engage. Pacquiao just figuring out what he's doing.
Pacquiao's belief is that Erik Morales wants to come and try to get him early. After what happened in the last fight, Pacquiao believes that Morales doesn't believe in his gas tank, doesn't think he can go down the stretch with the Filipino slugger. So Manny thinks that Morales is going to try to impose his size early. But tonight, unofficial weights, Manny's the bigger guy.
You know, the fact that Morales wanted to use the puncher's gloves also created a little interest to me, at least. Normally he would be asking for the winning, but he wanted to go with the gloves that Pacquiao wanted, which means I think he wants to go for the power punching this fight early.
Indeed, there's been quite a story of the gloves since the first fight. In the very first fight, Erik Morales had a contract that required both fighters to wear winning gloves. They are called pillows by some. They are more hand protected than punch promoted. In the second fight, they got to wear the gloves they wanted. Morales wore winning. Pacquiao wore his beloved Reyes puncher's gloves and knocked Morales out, which he had said would be the case. Now in the third fight, both fighters choose to wear the puncher's glove, Reyes.
Pacquiao's already landed a couple of good body punches to test Morales's, not only his defense, but long-term his stamina.
Well, Morales is made to wait, as I said earlier, but I just don't think that that's the proper weight for him at this age and time in his career. And going down the stretch, I think that may be a big factor, too, as well as the hard fights that he's had.
And if Pacquiao thought Morales was coming to try to get him early, Erik has shown none of that in the first round, as he nearly stands his ground in the middle of the ring and takes a right hook from Manny Pacquiao, who was so much better with his right hand in the second fight than in the first. Another right hook lands.
Manny consistently beating Morales to the punch so far.
And Morales countering with a right hand that knocks Manny back.